On Thursday, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the one-time conservationist who's made a career in recent years as an aggressive vaccine skeptic, was on Capitol Hill defending his department's controversial, often unscientific moves, which have been rebuked strongly by medical experts. With Florida announcing this week the end of vaccine mandates and other states planning to follow suit, are the shots that have revolutionized public health now at risk in America, despite overwhelming popular support for them? NBC's Ann Thompson has our Sunday focus.
The words stung.
Sir, you're a charlatan.
You're making things up to scare people, and it's a lie.
With respect, I do not think I'm the one making things up.
You are lying right now.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. pummeled by senators on both sides of the aisle.
I would say effectively we're denying people vaccine.
You're wrong.
Accused of bringing anti-vaccine views to the CDC. His tenure marked by high-profile firings and resignations at the agency. Canceling mRNA research, the foundation for COVID vaccines, and narrowing the recommendations of who needs this year's COVID shot to seniors and people with an underlying medical condition. Emily Hoyman, pregnant with her second child, wants it, but says she couldn't get the shot from her pharmacist.
He said that the system was blocking him, and he thought it had to do with the politics and the rhetoric surrounding vaccines right now.
All of this opening a Pandora's box of confusion, with states now going their own ways. Washington, Oregon, and California forming an alliance to make vaccine recommendations. In Colorado and New York, most people can get the COVID shot without a prescription. And in Massachusetts.
Insurance plans in Massachusetts will continue to cover the vaccines recommended by the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, regardless of what any other federal agency or appointee says.
Florida plans to eliminate vaccine mandates, even for kids. The requirements slammed by the state's increasingly anti-vaccine Surgeon General.
Every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery.
He sees an issue of medical freedom. Most experts see medical danger.
Does this mean that diseases we thought were eliminated, like polio and measles, are going to come roaring back?
The unfortunate future for us is, in fact, if we begin reducing the number of children vaccinated for these diseases, we will see them return, and in some cases to levels that will be really quite frightening.
Already this year, the U.S. saw the largest measles outbreak in more than 30 years, centered in an unvaccinated community in Texas.
All the gains we've made over these 50 years to get to where we're at today, it's heartbreaking because these are children's lives that are going to be put at risk needlessly.
And while the vast majority of Americans support vaccines, the CDC says exemptions are growing. For Emily Hoyman, it's a matter of health.
Is this something the country should be debating?
No, I don't think so at all. All of the medical boards are saying the exact opposite of what we're hearing from the government, and I wish I was able to just make these medical decisions for my family with my doctor and not through politicians.
And Ann joins me now live. Ann, good morning. First of all, it's just stunning that you're talking to experts about the return of polio and measles. But the Republican opposition to Kennedy we saw in that hearing this week was led by a pair of senators who also happen to be doctors. Both did vote to confirm Kennedy earlier this year. So what has changed?
Well, those senators that you speak of, Willie, are Bill Cassidy and John Barrasso. But what may have changed some opinions is a memo that was shared with GOP staffers before the hearing. NBC News obtained that memo. It comes from veteran pollsters that show that 3/4 of President Trump's voters think vaccines are safe, and almost 2/3 of those voters think that those vaccines should be available at no cost. The divide comes over the COVID shot, and only 22% of President Trump's voters think it's important. So that may explain some of the ferocity we saw on Capitol Hill. But it really is stunning. There was one survey by the World Health Organization last year that said in the last 50 years, vaccines have saved 154 million lives around the world. Willie?
And of course, it was Donald Trump's first administration through Operation Warp Speed that brought the miracle of that first COVID vaccine. So much at play here. And thanks so much. A fascinating look at all this.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.